I remember the light in the kitchen at 3 a.m. The way you looked at me then, and the way you look again. There was no scream, no shattering glass on the floor, just the quiet vibration of a closing door. I was still the same person who held your hand, the same heart you said was meant to be planned. But the math in your eyes had finally changed, and the entire world was rearranged. I saw you calculating the cost of my flaws, applying the unwritten breakup laws. My jokes were too loud, my sadness too deep. I was a secret you no longer wanted to keep. I was a puzzle you solved and tossed aside, a tide that had reached its highest ride. You didn't hate me, that would have been kind. You just slipped me out of your busy mind. It's a biological glitch, a cellular scar, reminding me exactly how small we are. The same man, the same skin, but I couldn't let the light back in. And oh, the dreams stopped being enough. The moment the tender turned into tough. I was overflowing, I was wide and free. Then I became a shadow in the ruins of me. You finished the story midway through, while I was still memorizing you. A hollow defeat, a silent rub. The day I stopped being enough. I'm standing on the sidewalk of a life denied, a ghost of the person who finally died. I see you happy with a brand new view, someone that is better suited for you. I shaved off the edges and quieted the shout, trying to keep the lights from going out. But you wanted a sunset and I was a storm, and I couldn't keep the empty spaces warm. Was I not bright enough? Was I not kind? What shadow did you find in the back of my mind? I poured every drop, I gave every breath, and now I'm dancing with a slow living death. I'm empty, I'm done. I'm the ghost of the person who lost everyone. The day I stopped being enough, I watched the sky finally turn rough. No details missed, no lines forgot. I'm remembering, and you're not. I saw you caught in a candid frame, a brand new smile, a brand new name. The way you're leaning into the light, like you never spent a single sleepless night. You scrub the shadows from your skin, letting the summer air back in, while I'm still wearing the heavy coat of every word we never wrote. You're biting curtains for a different view, finding a version of happy that's new. You've mastered the art of the clean-cut break, while I'm still drowning in the wake of the ache. The world is spinning, the seasons turn, but I'm the only one left to burn. I'm a frozen clock in an empty hall, waiting for a phantom call. It's a biological glitch, a cellular scar, reminding me exactly how broken we are. You're a finished book, a story told. I'm just a leftover code. You know you moved on, but I stay broken beneath the weight of the vows unspoken. You're chasing the sun in a brand new sky, while I'm the dust in your rearview eye. It's a lonely race where I'm standing still, climbing a mountain against my will. You found the healing, you found the key. You moved on and you left the ruins of me. I try to date, I try to dance, I try to give the future a chance, but every face is a blurred out ghost, and you're the one I'm missing the most. How do you untangle the thread so fast? How do you make the forever not last? I'm a scaffold for a building you tore down, a king without a kingdom or a crown. Is it strength or is it just cruelty to be whole while I'm shattered in duality? Tell me the secret, tell me the lie. How do you live while I'm waiting to die? You're free. I'm bound down the silence beneath the don't look back, I'll just stay in the black. You moved on, still here. The doctors say the bone is knit and the skin is clean, that I'm a walking, talking, breathing human machine. But there's a phantom weight that they can't see on the x-ray, a heavy hollow stone that refuses to go away. I can change my name, I can move to a different town, I can burn every letter until the sun goes down. But the muscle has a memory I can't seem to erase, a physical hunger for a ghost in this space. heart in my head. It's under the ribs in the cage where we wrote our whole lives on a single page. My lungs still expand in the shape of your name, like they're trying to catch a flickering flame. I'm a house that's been emptied, a room with no light, but the floorboards still ache for your footsteps tonight. The mind says it's over, the brain knows the truth, that we traded our fire for the end of our youth. But the body is stubborn, the body is slow. It hasn't been told that it's time to let go. Oh, my chest still remembers you, heavy and deep. It's the secret I harbor, the promise I keep. I can tell my heart to stop beating your rhythm, but I'm trapped in the cell of this physical prison. Every breath is a reminder of the space where you lay, the price for the love that I gladly repay. My mind has moved on, I found someone new, but my chest still remembers you. My chest still remembers you. I saw someone wear your perfume on the train, and my sternum cracked open like a desert in rain. A sharp, sudden pull like a hook in the skin, dragging the now back to where we begin. I had to hold on to the railing instead, feeling the phantom touch of your head. It's a biological glitch, a cellular scar, reminding me exactly how broken we are. The mind says it's over, the brain knows the truth, that we're just two strangers who wasted our youth. But the blood in my veins hasn't heard the news yet. It's still pumping, the grief and the deep-seated debt. And my chest still remembers you, heavy and deep. It's the secret I harbor, the promise I keep. I can tell my heart to stop beating your rhythm, but I'm trapped in the cell of this physical prison. Every breath is a reminder of the space where you lay, the price for the love that I gladly repay. My mind has moved on, I found someone new, but my chest still remembers you. My chest still remembers you. Go ahead and take it, reach in and pull it out. This knot in my center, the shadow of doubt. I don't wanna feel the way that you breathe it. I don't wanna carry the air that you leave. And growth in the marrow, it's stuck in the bone. I'm never alone, I'm never alone. My chest still remembers you. In the dead of the night, when I'm reaching for nothing, in the absence of light, the mind has moved on. The story is through. My chest still remembers. It still I used to be a river, I used to be a flood. I carried every I'm sorry in the iron of my blood. I could cry 1,000 oceans just to keep you afloat, while I was sinking under every angry word we wrote. But something changed at 4 a.m. last Tuesday night. I went to doctors say it's shock, the poets call it grief. I call it the end of a miserable belief. I watched you pack the boxes, I watched you walk away, and my eyes stayed as flat as a winter day. It's not that I'm healed, it's not that I'm strong, it's that the machinery has been broken for too long. I'm a burned out forest, I'm a charred out frame. I've forgotten the vibration of your name. The pain is still here, it's just silent and cold. A story that's already been told. I'm overflowing with a heavy kind of gray, but the outlets have all gone away. No, my tears don't fall anymore, they turn into lead on the bedroom floor. The traps in my chest, they're frozen in my throat, awaiting in the pocket of my winter coat. You broke me so deep that the water won't run. I'm a planet that's lost its sun. It's the scariest thing that I've ever known, to be this hollow and this alone. I see you happy in a photograph, and I don't even shudder on your behalf. I'm a battery that's finally drained, a landscape where it's never rained. I used to shake when the doorbell rang, I used to bleed for every song we sang. But I'm numb to the bone, I'm cold to the touch. I guess I simply felt too much. Cry, I'm begging my body to feel, to prove that the damage is actually real. But the levees are dry, the reservoir is gone. I'm the ghost of the heart that was wrecked dead and torn. I'm empty, I'm scarred. I'm the most thwarted pain that I've ever known. My tears don't fall anymore, I'm watching the ceiling, watching the door. The world is so loud, the world is so bright, but I'm out of road for my flickering light. No stains on the pillows, no shaking in the hands, just the silence that nobody understands. My tears, they don't fall. The clock on the wall didn't even skip a tick, but the air in the hallway got heavy and thick. You were mid-sentence, something about the rain, while I was mid-dream, ignoring the strain. The coffee was steaming, the us was still there. Then you looked at the door with a ghost in your stare. You didn't say goodbye, you didn't even blink. You just stepped off the edge before I could think. I was halfway to honey, I was halfway to stay, when you turned into a shadow and drifted away. It's a jagged anatomy, a surgical strike, to be left in the middle of what love looks like. My hand was still reaching to brush back your hair, but I ended up grasping at handfuls of air. You're a finished chapter, a closed off book, but I'm a dangling sentence you simply forsook. The rhythm was steady, the music was loud, then you pulled out the plug and you left with the crowd. I'm a record that's skipping on a broken down deck, trying to find the melody in all of this wreck. Oh, you left me mid-heartbeat, you left me mid-breath. It's a living kind of dying, a vibrant kind of death. The blood was still pumping, the spark was still bright when you cut all the wires and walked out of the light. I'm a half-finished bridge over a canyon of blue, still waiting for the pulse that was promised by you. It's a cruel kind of mercy, a sharp kind of art, to leave me mid-motion with a half-broken heart. I saw you at the station, you were checking your watch like our old history was just a notch on the notch. I wanted to scream, wait, the movie's not done, but you were already basking in a different sun. I'm stuck in the intake, I'm stuck in the swell, in a see you later that turned into hell. I'm a frozen frame in a cinema fire, the burning remains of a frantic desire. The valve is still open, the pressure is high, but there's nowhere for all of this always to fly. I'm a rim disaster, a glitch in the vein, learning to dance in the middle of the pain. Yeah, you left me mid-heartbeat, you left me mid-breath. It's a living kind of dying, a vibrant kind of death. The blood was still pumping, the spark was still bright when you cut all the wires and walked out of the light. I'm a half-finished bridge over a canyon of blue, still waiting for the pulse that was promised by you. It's a cruel kind of mercy, a sharp kind of art, to leave me mid-motion with a half-broken heart. Done some lessons from something in gray. I'm the I love without the you to stay. How do I finish? How do I close when the blood in my body is still where it froze? The beat is still there, but the reason is gone. How do I carry this silence till dawn? Just as the forever was starting to bloom, you left me mid-breath in an empty, echoing room. I'm a half-finished bridge over a canyon of blue, still waiting for the pulse that I thought was you. Thump, thump. Wasn't a collision or a sudden sound, it wasn't a building falling to the ground. You didn't tear the photos from the hallway wall, you just let the dust slowly cover it all. I watched you update your status in the quiet light, changing forever to a Friday night. There was no shouting, no tears, no pleas, just a steady unraveling of you and me. I saw you walking in the park today, but you were leaning a different way. The way he touched your shoulder felt like art, a seamless meant for a broken heart. It's like you painted a new layer over the old, hiding the blue with a shimmering gold. You didn't erase me with a furious strike, you just faded me out, cinematic light. The silence is heavier than a shout, the slow evaporation of doubt. I'm a ghost watching the locks being changed, my entire world being rearranged. And all you replace me is soaring free like fog rolling in from the sea. One minute I was the only one you saw, the next time a memory with a flaw. You slipped him into the spaces I left, a gentle, merciful theft. You didn't even make me cry, you just whispered a different goodbye. I found the receipt for the dinner you shared, 2 drinks, 1 table, and no one was scared. It was seamless, it was easy, it was clean, like a set change in a movie scene. You're not a villain, that's the worst part of all. You're just letting the curtain quietly fall. I'm a vessel empty, drop by drop, waiting for a heart that refuses to stop. Give me the thunder, give me the rain, give me a reason to explain the pain. But you're so kind and you're so good, leaving me stranded in a neighborhood where I don't belong anymore. A ghost knocking on a bolted door. You replaced me, erased me, without a single trace to chase me. You replace me softly like snow on an empty street. A perfect transition, heartbreakingly neat. Gone, gone, and he's there. The digital closet, neon scar on the wall, 3:14, and I'm waiting for the sky to fall. I'm lying an inch away, but it feels like a mile, watching the moon trace the ghost of your smile. Your chest rises slow, a rhythm so deep and so true, while I'm drowning in everything I can't say to you. You're dreaming of oceans, of fields in the sun, while I'm counting the damage of what we've undone. The sheets are a tangled mess of my restless regret. I'm tracing the patterns of things you'd rather forget. You look so innocent, tucked in the crook of your arm, like the world couldn't reach you or do you any harm. But I'm the storm at the window, I'm the creak in the floor, I'm the one wondering why I don't know you no more. How is it easy for you to just switch off the light and leave me to carry the weight of the night? I'm holding my breath so I don't wake the ghost of the version of us that I'm missing the most. You're drifting in silence, you're miles away, while I'm begging the morning to just stay at bay. And you slept peacefully while I fell apart. I sat in the dark with a map of your heart, tracing the borders where thinking of all of the secrets we hid. Are you running away, or are you running to him? In that place where the edges of memory grow dim. I reached out to touch you, then pulled back my hand. I'm a stranger lost in a familiar land. You didn't even stir when I let out a sigh that felt like the sound of a long drawn goodbye. The birds start to whisper, the black turns to blue. The sun's coming up to rediscover you, but I'm still in the midnight, I'm still in the cold, holding a story that's already told. Yeah, you slept peacefully, while I fell apart. I sat in the dark with a map of your heart, tracing the borders where I don't belong, wondering where the forever went wrong. The world was in shadows, the stars were all blind. I was losing my soul, you were losing your mind. In a dream where you're happy, in a dream where you're free. You slept peacefully on the ruins of me. Maybe the mercy is that you don't know the depth of the cracks in the world down below. Maybe the tragedy is that you can't sleep through the end of our beautiful plan. Wake up, I wanna scream to the room, but I just watch the lights sweep away all the gloom. I just watch the light, and I'm too tired to fight. If I'm tired, I'll tell you a lie. I'll say that the wind was just acting up high, but the world is different than it was at midnight. Everything's changed in the cold morning light. You're dreaming of always, you're dreaming so free. You slept peacefully while you murdered me. Wake up, the coffee is on. Didn't sleep at all. You didn't slam the door, scream my name in hate. You didn't leave a mess for me to calculate. You folded the blankets on your side of the bed and whispered the words that needed to be said. It was a surgical kindness, a quiet goodbye, like a falling leaf under a perfect sky. You held my hand until the very end, moving from lover to stranger to friend. I almost wish you'd burn the whole house down, or made a scene in the middle of town, because rage is a fire that eventually dies, but grace is a ghost that never tells lies. You left the keys neatly on the shelf while I was left alone to face myself. Your tenderness is the sharpest blade, the cruelest part of the deal we made. There's no blood on the carpet, no cracks in the wall, no shattering glass in the empty hall, just the softest exit I've ever seen, like a breath of air in a broken machine. And oh, you were gentle when you left, a beautiful theft, a quiet bereft. You undid the knots with such careful hands, leaving me stranded in familiar lands. It's harder to heal when there's nothing to blame, when you left my soul exactly the same. I found the note you left on the countertop, a steady pulse that refused to stop. I'm sorry you wrote in your cleanest hand, like a footprint fading in the desert sand. You even watered the plants on your way out, leaving no room for anger or doubt. How can I hate a ghost this polite, who turned out the lamps and kissed me goodnight? I'd rather the lightning, I'd rather the storm, than the stare of a cold that's still so warm. Your tenderness is a prison, your kindness is wide. I'm drowning in a sea of no debate. You left me home, so I'd have to see the person I was before you killed me. You were gentle when you left, a beautiful theft of my breath. No bruises to show, no wounds to tend, just a carefully broken end. The clocks are still on, the sheets are still clean. You were gentle, and you're I saw the photo you posted at 3 a.m. That glow on your skin, I remember it then, but it's different now. It's a light I didn't light, a fire that's burning while I'm freezing the night. You're wearing that smile that used to be a mine. Now it's a weapon, perfectly aligned. Every I'm braid is a ghost in the room, while I'm still here picking up pieces of ruin. You found the version of you I tried to save, while I'm still standing at the edge of the grave. It's a strange kind of poison, seeing you whole, when the cost of your healing was half of my soul. I'm supposed to be happy, I'm supposed to be kind, but I'm losing my grip and I'm losing my mind, because your resurrection required my fall. And now I'm the one with my back to the wall. The world says it's beautiful to watch you move on, to see you dancing now. The struggle is gone, but they don't see the shadow you left in your wake, or the part of my spirit you had to take. Oh, your happiness killed something in me. It's the most beautiful murder I'll ever see. You're finally breathing, you're finally free, but the air that you took was the life left in me. Every laugh that you find is a nail in the wood. I'd stop this from hurting you if I could, but it's a cold, bitter truth that I can't outrun. My eclipse was the price for your morning sun. Proud to tell the darker days before you started feeling well. I was the oxygen when you couldn't breathe. Now I'm just the wreckage you're happy to leave. You look so vibrant, you look so alive, but it's the part of me that didn't survive. Yeah, your happiness killed something in me. It's the most beautiful murder I'll ever see. You're finally breathing, you're finally free, but the air that you took was the life left in me. Every laugh that you find is a nail in the wood. I'd stop this from hurting you if I could, but it's a cold, bitter truth that I can't outrun. My eclipse was the price for glad you're okay, I really am. But I'm the ghost of the person I was when you were still broken. Your sun rose and I went dark. Happiness killed something in me. It's the most beautiful murder I'll ever see. You're finally breathing, you're finally free. But the air that you took was the life left in me. Every laugh that you find is a nail in the wood. I'd stop this from hurting you if I could. I'm glad you're okay, I really am. But I'm the ghost of the person I was when you were still broken. Your sun rose and I went dark. I used to say it like a prayer in the dark, a holy vibration, a beautiful spark. It lived on my lips like a sweet summer wine, back when I believed that you always was mine. But the vintage is turned into vinegar now, a crown of sharp thorns on a sweating brow. I try to call out in the middle of sleep, but the syllable burns and the shadows are deep. I saw it written on a piece of old mail, and my stomach turned over, my spirit went pale. It's a 5-letter ghost, it's a hex, it's a curse, a funeral march in a Cadillac hearse. I can't even order a drink at the bar without feeling the sting of the psychological scar. You're a word I can't swallow, a pill I can't take, the ultimate price for $1 million mistake. The mouth is a temple, so I've been told, but mine is a graveyard for stories grown cold. I'm washing my tongue with the salt of the sea, trying to rinse out the you and the me. Oh, your name tastes like regret on my tongue, like a song that was over before it was sung. It's the copper of blood and the ash of the fire, the bitter remains of a frantic desire. I used to crave it, I used to go weak. Now it's a poison, I'm too tired to speak. Every letter's a jagged, unforgiving regret. God, your name tastes like regret. I see it in neon, I see it in print, I see it in every metallic cold glint. It's the flavor of should've and could've known, the icy black water of a river's dark flow. I used to find honey in every hello, now I'm just harvesting what we didn't grow. It's a chemical burn in the back of my throat, the weight of the stones in the pockets of my coat. I'm biting my lip till the memory bleeds, trying to satisfy all of these unmet needs. But the aftertaste lingers, it won't go away, the ghost of the person I lost in the grave. Yeah, your name tastes like regret on my tongue, like a song that was over before it was sung. It's the copper of blood and the ash of the fire, the bitter remains of a frantic desire. I used to crave it, I used to go weak, now it's a poison, I'm too tired to speak. Every letter's a jagged, unforgiven regret. God, your name tastes like reckless. I wanna spit it out, I wanna scrub it clean from the corners of every damn place that we've been. It's the taste of the lie, it's the taste of the end. It's the I'm doing fine to a mutual friend. Into rotting, it's sour, it's every lost hour. It's you and it's over. Your name tastes like regret, a flavor I haven't quite mastered yet. The copper, the ash, the salt and the shame. I'm choking on the ghost of your name. I'm changing the subject, I'm changing the air, but I can still taste you everywhere. A car. I try to scrub the memories from the corners of this room, to bleach away the scent of you and lift this heavy gloom. I throw away the letters and I change the locks and keys. I try to drown your whispers in the rustling of the trees, but every time I close my eyes, the darkness starts to speak, and I find the old familiar tears are running down my cheek. I realize that moving on is a ghost I can't outrun, because the damage to my spirit has already been done. It's not a faded photograph or a ghost that's passing through. It's a permanent architecture built entirely of you. I see your geometry in the way the shadows fall. I hear your silver cadence in the silence of the hall. You didn't just inhabit me, you redesigned the soul. You carved your jagged signature and took the leading role. I'm a library of secrets that I'm forced to keep inside a museum of a forever that has nowhere left to hide. And they say that time is water, washing every stone to sand, but they don't know the mountain. And I'm trying to withstand, I'm reaching for a phantom. I'm calling out a name to a person who no longer wants to play this heavy game, because their name is engraved in my heart, deep in the bone, a language of a lifetime that I'm speaking all alone. It's a scar I'll always carry, it's a mark I'll never lose, the only kind of always that I didn't get to choose. Every beat is just an echo of the life we used to start. Yeah, your name is engraved right here in my heart. I saw you in the city, just a silhouette in gray, and I felt the ghost of every word I never got to say. You looked like you were breathing better, looking at the sky, while I was still negotiating with the long and bitter lie. Do you ever feel the static? Do you ever hear the sound of the world we built together before we leveled it to the ground? Or have you found a newer song with a brighter, better key, while I'm still trapped in the minor chords of you and me? I trade 1,000 I love yous for what I see you now, to have a steady hand instead of a broken all over. I'm shaking off the static, I'm stepping off the ledge and finding my own balance on this sharp and jagged edge. I try to heal, I try to fade, but I can't undo the marks that your memory made. I'm screaming at the rafters, I'm screaming at the wire, 'cause I'm more than just a footnote in a long and bitter lie. You took the oxygen, you took the very air, but you left your name written everywhere. It's written in the blood, it's written in the clay. No matter where I run, it's never going away. Your name still beating. still beating. The curtains are heavy, keeping the morning at bay. 'Cause I'm not ready to face the cold light of the day. I was back in the garden, back in the heat of July, before we had learned how to say a permanent goodbye. You were standing by the roses with that tilt to your head, saying all the beautiful things that we never quite said. The air tasted like jasmine, and the world felt so deep. And for a moment I forgot that I was only asleep. Tracing the places where the forever used to begin. You laughed at a secret that only the two of us knew, and I felt the ghost of the person I was when I had you. There was no shadow of leaving, no scent of the end, just the steady calm rhythm who is living inside of the past. Yeah, your face appeared in my dreams. Don't wake me up, let the sun stay behind the hill. I'm not done loving you. I'm not done with my will. I'm screaming at the morning. I'm screaming at the light. Your face appeared in my dreams again last night. And for a second, the whole world was golden and bright. I was holding a heaven that I didn't get to keep, lost in the beautiful mercy of falling asleep. But the pillow is cold and the moment's so vast, and I'm just a ghost who is living inside the sleep back to